You want to see a stupid movie review that looks like someone just copied and pasted from IMDb? Well, Robert Wolanski's got you covered, and we're gonna make fun of him. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell that's right next to it so you can be the first to know when we have videos, which is a lot. Now let's see what this crazy critic has to say. Jerry Bruckheimer has always insisted he cares less about critical acclaim than commercial appeal. We make movies for the common man, he said almost 3 years ago as Black Hawk Down was crash landing in theaters. I feel like this review started with dick and is right on its way to asshole, but you just have to like push it down and hope. The pictures that I've made for over the last 20 years or so have been very successful, so I am pleasing somebody. Might not be pleasing the critics or some of the journalists, but the masses. I feel like you're taking a very logical quote and then you're gonna turn it on its head and just be a jerk. I feel like that's where this is going. There's gonna be some reason why this incredibly successful guy who makes movies that lots of people love and has a ton of money is wrong somehow. Ah, the masses do indeed adore his messes to the tune of some $14 billion in box office receipts for such cris de coeur as Top Gun, Flashdance, Pearl Harbor, The Rock, Gone in 60 Seconds, and Con Air, waiting for why this is bad, waiting for the reason this is bad. Like a 12-year-old boy in the underwear section of Target, it's coming. Just like a dick and an asshole. For love or money, it's all the shame. That was it. I don't even want to kill you. I want to kill people next to you so you're scared. The man makes money hand over iron fist, and there's not a bloody thing a critic can do to stop the masses from direct depositing their hard-earned into his overflowing bank account. And at some point, we are gonna hear a movie review on this movie. I know it. I just know it. He's had his share of bombs, most recently the royally dreadful King Arthur, but with Pirates of the Caribbean added to his list of deeds, Bruckheimer's even been allowed a measure of critical respect. When are you gonna talk about National Treasure? Or are you calling him a national treasure? Not all his offerings feel cold and cynical to the touch, and his empire has spread from the big screen to the small, as he's produced the inexplicably beloved CSI franchise, Cold Case, Without a Trace, and The Amazing Race. It's weird how that rhymed. Also, I feel like you are just IMDb. This whole review has been, this is everything Bruckheimer has done. He hasn't even said he doesn't like it yet. He just is listing things. A little bit of CSI in my life, a little bit of Cold Case with my wife, a little bit of Without a f***ing Trace, a little bit of The f***ing Amazing Race. How was that restaurant? Well, they have soup, they have salads, they have mozzarella sticks. But how was it? Well, they also have some entrees. And how was it though? They have. Till then, they will have to make do with National Treasure. Yay! The movie we were supposed to talk about like 20 f***ing minutes ago. Yay. Which at first glance looked like one of those big, dumb, loud movies upon which Bruckheimer built his kingdom. My guess is you're gonna say, and that's exactly what it was, because that's the clever thing critics always do. It contains all the requisite elements: a hide-and-seek video game plot, a hackneyed love affair between polar opposites, a smart-ass sidekick, a wealthy villain, a snarky father figure, in this case an actual snarky father played by Jon Voight, and, once more without feeling, Nicolas Cage as the hero. Now you've moved from everything Bruckheimer has done to the entire cast of this movie. So we've gone from IMDb to still IMDb. With its social studies storyline having to do with centuries worth of riches hidden by the Freemasons during the Revolutionary War, and a pedestrian director behind the camera, Jon Turteltaub, maker of The Kid and Three Ninjas, National Treasure isn't any fun at all, which is ultimately the most damning thing you could say about a Bruckheimer movie. It took a really long time to get to your opinion. Way to be the opposite of a vegan. It provides not a second of celluloid to be appreciated as a guilty pleasure. Not a single moment of big, dumb, laugh out loud enjoyment. It's not cheesy or crass, not dopey or even dumbass. Just cold and empty and distant and familiar to the point of this. It's not all of these things, but it's like all of these other adjectives. So, good lord. Yeah, you just became a thesaurus all of a sudden. I also hate when people describe things by telling me what it isn't. It's way easier to tell you what it is. Well, it's not a shoe. I know, it's a stereo. It may, however, be the most honest movie Bruckheimer's ever made, other than Black Hawk Down. Good lord. honest. I'm just picturing him being interviewed like, this is really my masterpiece. This one was my heart. What about Black Hawk Down? It was fun. But this one was for me. Watching it is akin to sitting next to someone else hogging the PlayStation controller as they steer a character through a maze in search of clues that lead only to more clues that finally land in a dreary dead end. This is the movie. Watching it's like watching a movie. Although you did learn to not tell me what it isn't. National Treasure, which is surely the most ironic title of the year. Get it? Plays like a Da Vinci Code knockoff. Readers of that beloved bestseller will perk up at references to the Knights Templar, if nothing else. Doubtful? So readers of the Da Vinci Code are gonna get excited about like a reference in this movie? Also, what kind of fandom do you think the Da Vinci Code has? It's not like they put Darth Vader into National Treasure. So like, oh, did you see the Ewok in the background? Nicolas Cage walked right by it. Oh my god. They don't have f***ing Da Vinci Code conventions. There aren't Langdoners. It's just a microwavable dinner that you can't f***ing open. Cage, now wholly bereft of charisma or charm or, what's the word? Usefulness, plays Benjamin Franklin Gates, a cross between Indiana Jones and Stanley Goodspeed. He doesn't have usefulness? Like as an actor? This movie needs Nicolas Cage. Has probably never been said. Gates comes from a long line of treasure hunters. Treasure protectors, actually. But whatever. Well, I mean, just say it right the first time and you won't need parentheses. Not that one longs for any dollop of realism in an adventure like this, but when the entire screenplay is pilfered from the minutia of American history texts, with references to the Benjamin Franklin penned silenced do-good letters of 1722 to the makers of the Liberty Bell, pass and stow, a little credibility would have gone a long way. Toward what? I have no idea. Your review is basically like, I can tell you what the producer has done. I can tell you the cast. I can tell you that there are problems, but I don't know what they are. I don't know how to fix them, and I don't know if it would have helped. Make Nicolas Cage useful again. And if you believe in Nicolas Cage as much as we do, then guess what? You can buy the Make Nicolas Cage Useful Again shirt. That's right, there's a link in the description where you can actually find this shirt and purchase it for yourself and proclaim your love for Nicolas Cage and how you hope he makes a comeback that's worth seeing. Don't get left behind. Buy the shirt. Hope you like our adaptation. Buy the shirt. Make your best friends laugh their face off and buy the shirt. Shirt. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it. Hit one of the videos on the screen so you can see another one from us. Don't forget to leave a comment and a like. And until we see you next time, geek out and game on.